Hey guys, welcome back to the Profit Channel. In this channel, we profit from crypto, stocks, real estate, and whatever else is popping at the time we talk about it. It's been a long time since I've done a Palantir video, so I just wanted to do one today, rightly so, because there has been so many new developments with Palantir that I haven't talked about. It's just good news after good news that's popping up. I mean, there's so much news for me to cover right now. I don't know if I'm gonna get through all of them, but I will try. So finally, I would say I see some light at the end of the tunnel for Palantir, and I'll get into that a little bit at the end of it. But to why exactly I think that, um, because as you guys know, I'm heavily invested in Palantir, and I think it has a bright future. It's gonna be one of those companies where the stock is gonna be like, you know, hundreds of dollars per share. But that might take some time. It's not going to happen overnight, especially now with the markets down as they are right now. So, the few things that I wanted to go over in the past, I would say all these things have happened in the past month. Okay, so they just started collaborating with a company called Trafigura, which is the large, if I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but Trafigura, it's the largest commodities company, and Palantir is going to team up with them to work on the carbon emissions for the oil and metals industry. Now, think about how big that is. Now, because of what's going on right now with the conflict, so uh, you guys know oil is in a bad situation, and therefore the US and Canada has to bump up their oil production. So like that industry is going to be popping up for the next 10 years or more, because it's going to take them some time to get back to that million and a half barrels that are missing from the market today that used to come from the east, right? And also uh, the metals, like all the metal companies that used to import metals from that area that's in a conflict right now, that too. So both of these industries, I think, in the next 10 to 15 years are going to be doing really well. And these guys are right in the middle of it. Like their hand is all in the right places. So that's going to be huge. Also, they are partnering with a company called Rubicon, which is in the waste industry. So they deal with all the waste management companies and all that. They're going to partner with them to make them more efficient. Like the efficiency is, it speaks for itself, because if you look at what Palantir has done for Airbus alone and how efficient they've made them and how profitable they are because they are teaming up with Palantir. It's basically like a it's a must. If you want to stay with the times and you want to be profitable, you want to get ahead of other competitors, you're going to have to team with Palantir sooner or later. That's a given, right? So that's another partnership. And then they just extended their partnership with the US Space Systems Command. So that's pretty big. They also were recognized in a Dresner Wisdom of Crowds, so that's like a recognition thing for them, which is good. Any of those are good right now. It looks better for their resume. Um, Palantir also is bidding for a 360 million pound contract. It's in pounds, so that's a lot in dollars. Um, that's for the NHS of UK. That's their health department. So that's what they're bidding for, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna get that. They've also announced the deal maybe 20 something days ago with a company called Stellantis, which is basically they're the world's biggest automakers and mobile mobility providers. So these guys are huge. All like there's a whole bunch of companies like GM and Chrysler and this and that. They're all part of this. So these guys are partnering with them as well. These are all deals that have already happened. Besides the UK contract that's pending right now, but I'm sure they're gonna get that too. Um, just today, I heard that they uh, announced a partnership with Google Clouds. So like any company that like Google itself is a huge AI and a software company, um, the search engine. They have their hand in everything, right? So they even own YouTube and all that. So them partnering with Google is probably a lot bigger than we all think. And just recently, they've Google has started recommending uh, Palantir software to some of the companies that are interested in that sector. So whichever sector that applies to them, Google actually recommends Palantir. And for Google to recommend Palantir, it's pretty big. We're talking about a stock that's like in the $7 range right now, and Google is recommending it, and they're closing all these deals. So it's just too much happening. Too bad the market is really not doing well, and therefore everything is doing bad, and so you can't really see the full potential of all these things that are happening, because each one of these PRs is could take out the stock price a couple of dollars, put it that way, in a good market. So but obviously Palantir has a long way to go, just to catch up to like 28-30 dollars and then go up from there. um, they are also in talks with a whole bunch of other uh, companies that this is not a for sure thing, but they're also in talks with some huge companies that they're going to be announcing soon. So I heard, but I mean, unless they provide a PR, it's nothing is official, so can't go on the rumors. But they're obviously closing deals and making deals and partnering with all these companies. So it wouldn't surprise me if these deals kept coming. And because of what's going on, I think there is going to be a whole bunch of government um, contracts coming in from Europe and Eastern Europe, so the East and West, like all over Europe, because now they're like everyone is beefing up their security, everyone is beefing up their arsenal. So like it's something that you have to do, right? It's like when you run a business, you have to advertise, and for advertising, there's only so much that like there's Google and there's Facebook marketing and all that social media. So it's like you have to use it if you want to be in business. Same thing. If you want to be secure and collaborate with your allies and stay safe, keep your people safe, you're gonna have to go with Palantir. So at some point, like these guys are getting to that point right now. Speaking of which, I don't know if recently you guys seen, but Alex Karp was taking pictures with Zelensky. So I mean, that's that speaks for itself. Like, how many CEOs do you know um, that that are taking pictures with this guy, right? So like the fact that this guy just goes to a conflicted area uh, at the midst of it and takes pictures with the president, like that speaks volumes. Uh, Not to mention his pictures with the Japan Parliament. I don't know if you guys saw that. So like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, so much is happening right now with Palantir. It is just it is so motivating to see all this, and they're making these deals and partnerships in a situation that we're in right now. So just imagine when things go back to normal, that what these guys are going to be able to accomplish at that time. So great stuff to see. Now, one thing that really I am impressed with, and I mean, it could be because of the videos that YouTubers make, because you have to remember these bigger companies, they have a lot of people that listen to uh, the public and what their opinions are on, like, I'll give you an example. Like, there are car manufacturers that make cars, and then they go to their car reviews to listen to these guys that are reviewing them to see what they're picking on so that they can fix it the next time. that they're making that same car, right? So same thing with Palantir. They have guys that are watching our videos because I made a video and I was pretty mad at Alex Karp for like, blowing smoke shows and like talking like poetic and giving us like German philosophy where we don't want that stuff. Like we understand it, we're not stupid, but we don't want that. We want like actual like plans and strategies and things that matter to us. So the point is that when I seen his Davos, all the that what do you call it, the global trade forum or whatever the hell that they held in Davos, they had everyone interviewed, and Alex Karp was one of the CEOs that was interviewed as well. And this guy, like this time, the way he was talking, it was so much better than any other time I've listened to this guy. He wasn't being, like he wasn't being ignorant. He wasn't being a smartass. He wasn't making like like jokes or whatever, like laughing at some people or some companies or some governments. He was like straight up to the point. He was like, okay, this is the thing. This is what's gonna happen. This is our plan. This is why we're important. This is why we're gonna do good in bad times. So I'm telling you, man, like I, I have invested heavily into it. I hold it in many different accounts, but this thing is motivating me so much that I feel like selling your grandmas to like buy more. Just kidding. But yeah, that like I'm telling you, like you just listen to everything I just said. Does that not make you want to invest right now, especially that the stock price is below $8? That's craziness, man. All these deals, they're not to mention they have like $2.5 billion in cash. They have virtually no debt. They're cash flow positive. Their uh, their employee compensation that they were giving them stocks, which is understandable to in order to keep these guys for the longer term, that's coming down. Um, and soon they're gonna be positive on profits as well. They could be right now if they wanted to. If they tweak their books a little bit, they could be. But what's the point of that? I'd rather have them do that like organically, right? So, guys, this is a small community. I bring you some really good information on these videos. If you watch all my videos, you can actually, you can become a millionaire with me. Um, well, make more millions with me, alongside me. So if you like these videos, and I need you guys support and motivation to be able to make more videos, and the little bit of research that I do to put these videos together. I mean, it's nothing fancy editing, and like all these things are gonna happen eventually, but right now, I need you guys to subscribe, like the video, spread the word. I would highly appreciate that, and that will motivate me to make more videos for you guys. Let me know what if any one of you guys have picked up any more shares lately. But honestly, it's just making me right now buy some more, even though I think I have enough, but it just makes me want to buy more just looking at these developments that are happening right now. Anyways, I hope all you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.